And so let's move to college football. Before we get to the Tar Heels, we want to talk about Jim Harbaugh. They had a tough loss. They've lost 17 straight road games against ranked opponents, and they have a 1-5 record against Ohio State and Michigan State.
Yeah.
Is Harbaugh on the hot seat?
Harbaugh is definitely on the hot seat, especially after a recent story talking about how Braylon Edwards, ex-Wolverine athlete, called out Harbaugh. He was saying that the locker room atmosphere is terrible and that he was saying Shea Patterson looks scared. And quite frankly, I can't disagree with him. I don't know if I would criticize Shea Patterson so much as the fact that they just got bullied that game. The offensive line, I mean, Shea Patterson's running for his life every play because, I mean, they're just getting taken out. I mean, Notre Dame was in every way, shape, and form just more physical. And it's weird for a Jim Harbaugh team to not have, like, established an offensive identity with the run game. I mean, they averaged 1.8 yards a carry. I mean, there's a few outliers that brought it down, but still, I mean, the only other comparable team with a rushing average lower than that was Louisville versus Bama. I mean, do you really want your team that you think is going to be a playoff contender, their rushing average is comparable to playing against Bama? If you're a team that's not even close to contending, I mean, it's terrible. If you're a Michigan fan, you should demand change. I mean, Harbaugh has to be on the hot seat. It was just a terrible, terrible loss, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Harbaugh on the hot seat yet. There's a lot that you would have to do to fire Jim Harbaugh this early into his tenure. But the team is going to have its opportunities to right the ship. They did lose the number 12 Notre Dame, but it's one game. It's the first game of the year. Hold off a little bit. Yes, it's ugly, but you have to hold off a little bit. Overreaction Monday. We'll see what they look like, and we will know because they have number 5 Wisconsin on the schedule.
They have a rough schedule.
15 Michigan State, 13 Penn State, number 4 Ohio State, and they have Maryland, who just upset Texas. So there's a lot of good football teams left for Michigan, and you can look at it two ways. One is you can look at it as, man, this could get really ugly, or two, you can look at it as they have an opportunity to right the ship, and the season isn't over because they can upset a lot of great teams, a lot of very good football teams. I would say Harbaugh is not on the hot seat. Let this season play out because they have the opportunity to right the ship rather quickly.